Hi, I wanted to show you my December daily that I completed, but I wasn't doing YouTube videos a year ago at this time, so I never showed my last year's December daily, so I thought I would do that first. This is the first December daily that I did, and it was last year's. I cut these letters out with the Cricut using Stampin' Up! Striped Christmas paper, and this was I don't know, this is a really old paper that I used to cover the book. The word December was cut out with the Cricut. This is from Tim Holtz, and this is from K & Company Christmas paper. I used an old book that I took apart and used the cover. And I don't have children at home. My children are grown, and so we don't have a lot of Christmas activity going on, but I do a lot. I do some sewing and baking and decorating, and I'm involved with music at my church and things like that. So I had to come up with different things to fill in the book. And I decided I was going to focus my mind on joy last December, and find the joy of Christmas instead of the stress of trying to do too much and getting all stressed. And my pastor preached on joy throughout the whole week of December, and he announced that he was doing that after I made my decision to do that. So that worked out really well. And I put in scripture verses having to do with joy, outlines of my pastor's sermons about joy, and scripture verses containing the Christmas story, in addition to the things that we did at Christmas time and some of our traditions and things. So let's get started. These two elements were cut out with the Cricut, and I just used a sticker and some Tim Holtz things, another Cricut cutout. This is from K & Company paper. And then we start on day one. The letters, or the numbers, throughout the book are stickers from a sheet that I ordered online. And I believe that it was My Mind's Eye. And I don't know the line, but I wanted these number stickers. So that's, when you see the numbers throughout the book, that's what they are. This is K & Company paper. I cut out the holly border and sewed it around there, and made this tag with K & Company paper, and I used my border punch. It looks like torn out notebook paper. Decorated it with Tim Holtz and journaled on the back. I think this is also from the same My Mind's Eye line that the stickers came from. And then I cut this out from a DCWV paper, I think it is. J is for joy. And I wrote a verse on the back. Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice. Philippians 4:4. Over here, this is where I outlined one of my pastor's sermons. This was a Sunday. And we decorated the gym in our church for the ladies' Christmas tea. So I took a picture of the decorated gym, and then my granddaughter helped me decorate my tree that afternoon. So that picture is in there. This page has a tree cut from the K & Company Christmas paper, and I fussy cut it out and then kind of collaged it with some Tim Holtz pieces and stitched it. You'll see the same thing in the Christmas smash book that I made and I showed in a different video. Tim Holtz paper here, and the speaker, the music, the family that provided music for our ladies' tea. And here's the program from our ladies' tea. We do the tea every year at my church, and it was the 37th one last year. These are from the Tim Holtz paper. I use them as photo mats. Cut little pieces from Tim Holtz paper to make the little tabs and stapled them on. This one I turned into a little booklet and journaled on it. This was a 2-page spread, and it was a good thing that I put this book all together before December started, so whatever pages I had the numbers on, that's how many pages I had to use. And it worked out well for that day because I had a lot to put on that day. On day 4, I put in a library pocket and a journaling card, wrote on the back. And I included some weather reports in the book. Also on day 4, another 2-day spread, I just put pictures of a smash book that I made for someone that had ordered one. This one has the word blocks from the Tim Holtz paper, and I just collaged some pieces up here, some printed from the internet, some really old pieces. This little frame was cut from Cricut. This, I did a lot of this throughout this book, where I collage pieces together and made them into a pocket. And I actually used part of that for journaling, and then wrote scripture on that. Tim Holt's music sheet, Christmas music sheet that I use for journaling. And then here is a tag. I used several of these. I made these years ago using instructions from a craft magazine, and I can't even remember how I made them. They were supposed to be gift tags, but I decided to start using them in my Smash books. So there's that. Also day 5, just some pictures of my Christmas tree ornaments. My mother paints. She painted that ornament. And my granddaughter. I made a belly band here. This is a calendar of December, and I circled the 6 because this was day 6. And then this little tag says our Christmas tradition, so I wrote about one of our Christmas traditions there. My granddaughter, older one, plays the flute in her school, so she had a school concert, and I highlighted her name inside it and put pictures in. This has 2 photo mats on it, and then this photo mat is also a pocket. And this I printed from the internet. Sleigh Bells Ring, Are You Listening? It's one of my favorite Christmas songs. And on the back I wrote what the rest of my favorite, or some of what my favorite Christmas songs are. I'm a music lover, so I love a lot of Christmas songs. And this, I made a pocket with the K & Company paper. Most of this book is made, I think all of the pages are made with K & Company paper. I should have mentioned that. So I made this page, highlighted it with washi tape, and put a tag in there, and some photos. This one has a photo mat here, and it also is a pocket. So I used a shipping tag and stamped on it, and then wrote what I did on day 8. This is also day 8. I used buttons and string to make this tie closure, and so that I'd have a flap. And these pictures of my grandsons in their pajamas was taken on Christmas. The pictures were taken on Christmas, but I made those pajamas finished them on day 8. So I put those pictures on that page and did some journaling, and I cut out these trees with my Cricut and backed them with snippets of the flannel that I made their pajamas with. They each got 2 pairs. Day 9 has a picture of some of my decorations, and it was a Sunday, so my pastor's message is there. Day 10 has a belly band. I think after day 1 and 2, all of the days had 2-page spreads. This was a picture cut out from a book of Christmas pictures that I got from the library for $1, and I stamped on it and journaled on it. This was a postcard I got. I printed it from the internet and put a Walmart receipt of some Christmas shopping that I did. This was an envelope. I trimmed off the flap at the top and covered it with pretty paper, and has a picture of the Spritz cookies that I make every year for Christmas. And then I printed out of my old Betty Crocker recipe book, I printed the recipe that I use and attached it in there. This one has my Christmas to-do list and my baking and making list. This one has a pocket, vertical pocket, and this lifts up as a flap, and I did my journaling in there. And then this has a tag in it that says, here it is, have you been naughty or nice? And of course I checked oh so nice. And then I cut out this from the DCWV paper. It says N is for nice. It's either DCWV or Recollections. I always get those two mixed up. Picture of the sugar cookies that I made, and I put a Christmas stamp that came on one of my Christmas cards there. This one has a double pocket, so this photo is glued, or this picture cut out from a book is glued to red cardstock. So the picture is a pocket, and also the red cardstock is a pocket. I used a shipping tag and stamped and distressed it. Here's another thing my mother painted, an angel, one of my figurines. This is the Tim Holtz paper that I turned into a flap for photos. Some of my Christmas tree decorations. My little granddaughter's birthday is right before Christmas, and we had a Christmas party for her. She was 2 years old, and she had a ladybug theme party. But these are some pictures from her party. This one has a horizontal pocket, and I used my Martha Stewart border punch to make a lacy border out of green cardstock. Another Tim Holtz tag with journaling, and a tag that I made. And my older granddaughter needed a new smash book. She loves smash books too, so we made one together. Took pictures of it and put it in there on that day. This is a card that a friend of mine had given me, a stamping friend of mine gave me a couple Christmases ago, and I loved that poinsettia, and she glittered it. So I used this to make a journaling spot. And this one is a pocket with a homemade tag and a photograph. This one it flips open, has pictures of some of the goodies that I made. And then it's also a pocket for a Tim Holtz tag that I cut out from his paper. And then I have some scripture verses written here. This one is about joy, and this one is part of the Luke 2 story of the Nativity. And here I have some more goodies that I made, some homemade dinner rolls, and a flap for journaling. This one is a coin envelope. And this is Tim Holtz paper that I turned into a little booklet. There's a pocket there, and then these are pockets, and I made tags to fit in there. A piece of, I'm going to run out of time. Transparency, I cut it so that the word holiday shows there. Holiday traditions, I wrote about our traditions. This one has a horizontal pocket with a big photo mat and one of those tags that I made. Little pocket there, pocket here with some crocheted lace and more of the stamps that I got on Christmas cards. These are the nativity figurines that my mother painted and gave to me, and some more of my tags. This one has K & Company glittered deer, and I made a trifold out of it. It has a Velcro fastener. And this one just has journaling on it. And here's another one of those collaged pockets that I made, and this one actually has a library pocket collaged in. So there's a pocket there, and then a pocket here, and another one here. And this is another book made out of the Tim Holtz Christmas music sheets. These tags are shipping tags, and I just trimmed the sides to make them narrow enough to fit in there, and then I stamped on them. This one has a flap that goes down, and it has a paper clip that's supposed to hold it up. Put pictures there, list of the gifts that we gave and received, or gifts that we gave. Because I bake a lot, I just put that picture in there, and then made this little booklet that lists the things that I made. Baked fudge, cookies, Christmas Day, December 25th. And this one has a card made out of cardstock, journaling here, and this is a pocket that I could write about our Christmas Day. So that's my December daily from last year, and in the next video I will show you this year's Christmas December daily.